Man, Cinco De Mayo, man. This is our thing. Cinco.
Oh, you fucking dumb.
Oh, that's a Family Guy reference. Man, y'all didn't get that. They didn't get that. Cinco.
Well, while we at it, welcome back to Pops Podcast, y'all. This is your host, Storm McClinton. We are here with one of my best friends, one of my brothers. His name is Roy Winston. He has a lovely stint in everything you could ever want to do. He has his own, what do I want to call it? Editor /
Just call it tech
software
startup, man.
tech startup named Royal Code. You see this lovely crown that we got in the back. His name is Roy Winston. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, however, but I'm super proud of this kid. Everything he's ever done has been above the rails. It's just been flawless from start to finish. Like, he's just one of my boys. Like, everything he does is flawless, and I love him every day. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
I appreciate that. I ain't never got an intro like that.
Oh, man.
Ain't nobody introducing me like that.
Oh, you deserve it. Fuck what you talking about. You deserve it. Every single time. You deserve it.
Well, yeah, my name is Roy Winston, as he introduced me. You know, got my little tech startup. You know, y'all go to royalcode.com/shop. You know, go ahead and get your merch. But we do a lot more than that. We got merch. We got all kinds of stuff. Any type of services you need, any digital design, software development type services. So
yeah. So I know you do websites. You do promo for people. You make video games. You do literally anything. So
anything you need.
If anybody needs something like that, just go on Royal Code and he'll hook you up.
So let me know. Forex robots, we whatever you need. I know Forex is real.
That's a real big plug. Okay, so free game.
Yeah,
if you need a buy, because I know a lot of people in the stock market, type thing. People who day trade, people who do Forex, etc., etc. Even if you just do crypto, if you need a bot that can, if you have your formula down, when you need to sell, when you need to buy. He can make them for you.
Gotcha.
Shit'll be lit. You can automate your system and never have to think about it twice. But hey, that's a shameless plug from me to y'all. Okay.
No, for sure. So whatever you need, that type of thing, I'm here to help. So especially about educating the community and all that too, as well as teaching you how to do things yourself.
Yeah.
Everybody, we shouldn't be paying for certain things like, he's got. Doing digital things, like he shouldn't have to pay for how to make his own green screen. I'm gonna teach you how to make your own green screen, and I'm gonna teach you how to do it yourself. You go do it yourself, don't pay nobody. It's $0, 0 cents, free 99.
Free 99. What is Shorty on Kanye workout plan say? We give to it for free 99.
Free 99. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So so that's my boy. For today's episode, we have a running game. Since it is Cinco de Mayo, anytime either one of us says a specific word, we have to take a shot. So I haven't told him his word. He hasn't told me mine, whatever. But we're going to make sure anytime I fuck up and say it, you have to let me know off top.
I got you.
And then I'll swallow my pride and take my shot. I got a good one. It's all good though. I got one for you too, fools. We straight. So our first topic of the day will be top tier or trash. Okay, this is, I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is probably my favorite category that we have. So if for the people who don't know, top tier or trash, we take a topic or we pick something and we give our opinion as to why we think they're top tier, trash, and the reason for why. So for our first one today, we have, in the spirit of Cinco de Mayo, of course, Mexican parties. So, especially Mexicans are notorious for having their loud ass, they great ass parties until 4 or 5 in the morning.
Right.
They've been doing that shit for as long as I can fucking remember. So you think they top tier or trash?
I'm gonna definitely go ahead 100% say top tier.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Mexican parties, first of all, black people parties, you gotta look in the window to see if the strobe light's going off. You gotta see other things that's going on. Mexican parties is in the front yard. So you already know when you walk down the sidewalk, it's lit. The Corona is sitting in the middle of the sidewalk. The 24-pack, not the 12. They do not buy the 12 because it's 2 per man right there. So you got to make sure that y'all are straight on at least 12 people for the Mexican party. So it's always in the front yard. It's always the little kids in the strollers. Like them is like they designated chairs, legs be hanging out, all of that type of stuff. So you know what I'm saying? Like Mexican parties, top tier. Got to go to them. They don't last. They last all the way to the 6 in the morning.
You was about to lie your ass off saying they don't last.
They last.
Because I think they top tier too. But for me, it's like I understand how long Mexican parties go.
Right.
Like, if you want to get up and party until 6, 5, 4 in the morning with the same loud ass music, horses dancing in the background, tequila and Coronas everywhere, nigga, Mexican parties where you need to be. They don't care about any of that shit. Fuck the neighbors. The cops show up. All right, cool. It is what it is. I'll turn the shit down.
Right. And they always got that.
As soon as they drive the fuck back off, the motherfuckers go crazy as fuck. It don't matter where they are or what they doing. They always have a great fucking time.
All right, so tell me this. Like, you know Mexican parties, right? They're going to be in the front yard, obviously.
Okay. Or in the backyard.
Or in the backyard.
Yeah.
But the ones in the front yard, right? Is it always that little latch gate where you gotta pull it up, the little silver gate? You gotta get in to it. You gotta all right. So it's like the police be standing outside their gate, like, yeah, y'all need to turn the music down. Well, unlatch the gate. Come talk to me. Like, I need to see what you're talking about. Come talk to me.
Nah, I definitely.
Oh man,
I agree. It be always that one gate that they gotta get through.
Gotta get through that gate.
There has to be a gate because it's like
man,
y'all have.
Unlatch the latch, man. Come on.
Man, but they had that shit for a reason though. Okay. They be trying to make sure nobody get in that bitch, and that's it.
I just had to make sure like that was a staple in the Mexican parties because you know
the latch is a staple in the party.
I mean, because white people, I mean, you know,
white
people have white picket fences. Mexicans have the silver latch gate with the holes in the middle. So they got to get in there.
I'm not even mad at that at all. That's actually something I totally would overlook. Like, every Mexican party I've ever been to has had one of those, and I totally wouldn't even have thought about that as, like, a part of it. Like,
I'm telling you, that's a part of it. That's the entrance.
That's fucking ridiculous. Okay, so, top tier for both of us.
Okay.
For the next one, we have taco trucks. Taco trucks for me are top tier. There's even one by the crib next to one of the high schools that pops up a couple times a week. I've been going there for pretty much as long as I can drive. So I want to say like, 8 years now.
Okay.
And that shit, of course they don't pop up every day. Some days they be there, some days they don't. And of course they only take cash. But like, best tacos I've ever had, by far. Like, by fucking far. Like, Mama's is great. Mama's has great tacos.
Shout out to Mama's. Drive through margaritas.
Shout out to Mama's.
Shout out to Mama's.
I need them to open back up so I can give me my picture, but shout out to Mama's. How you feel about taco trucks?
Taco trucks, I love them if they're authentic. You know, I'm gonna say top tier if they're authentic. If they're not, you might not have the right ingredients. It might not be the right flavors coming through. You know, Mexican tacos, I feel like they put cilantro, but American tacos, they don't put the cilantro. The cilantro is like
they put like
a little razzle dazzle.
Like they use it like parsley. Like, that's not how you use cilantro. You know, you can't just mess with cilantro.
I need the razzle dazzle.
That's a whole flavor. You gotta throw that bitch on there.
You gotta
know
throw it.
A little bit of onions too, but like.
Yes, I need the razzle dazzle.
Hard shell tacos are trash though, but like.
I agree.
Like, cause they just so American. You know what I mean? Like,
street tacos are great though. I mean, I like some American street tacos. Not don't get me wrong. So like, bar taco. Bar tacos are really good. They a little.
I'm about to say that's not really a street taco though.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a chain restaurant.
Right,
they do have fire ass tacos.
They do have fire ass
because
tacos.
I mean everything that they make is like made in house. I understand. I get it. But like, I don't think I would consider them a street taco.
You're right. I'll take that back.
They fire ass tacos, though, but not street tacos.
But I love street tacos. Authentic street tacos.
On that note, I wouldn't even consider Mama's a street taco then. Actually, now I think about it. They're authentic tacos, but not street tacos.
My
You see what I'm saying?
My car touching the street when I drive through the drive-thru. My car is hitting the road.
Heard. I gotta drive to that bitch, so it's a street taco.
When I'm in the drive-thru, I'm touching the street, so I'm gonna call that a street taco. I'm gonna call that a street taco. Mama's, shout out to Mama's, man. Shout out to Mama, cause she done hooked me up a couple nights. For real. She done hooked me up a couple nights.
Mama's done had me lit on too many occasions.
What's your favorite Mama story? I gotta ask that. And this is not no regular podcast. This is the Cinco de Mayo, Cinco de Drinko podcast, first of all. So I gotta let y'all know we have had the most drunk stories, drinking stories. Collective.
Yeah. Nobody on earth has ever touched alcohol as much with me as this man right here. There is nobody on earth. And I've been drinking a lot for a long time.
For a long time.
Never.
Favorite Mama's drunk story?
Favorite Mama's drunk story? Damn.
That was tough.
That's super tough. I've been going to Mama's for so long. I'd probably have to say either between the shootout at the strip club or the threesome that happened in the parking lot.
Okay, so I want to hear both. I was there, but I just want to hear both again.
Well, how about we'll do one of those for back in the day?
For back in the day? Okay.
We'll do one of those for back in the day.
All right. Do a mild Mama's drunk night story.
Alright, well, I bet. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So for top tier trash, the next one, well, taco trucks is both top tier across the board for us. Next one we'll say Spanish women. Top tier or trash. And for me, I give you a solid lukewarm. Maybe even like porridge that just got a little bit cold. You feel me?
All right.
You mean, cause I love Spanish women. They built great. They look great. You know, but it's like for me, the positives of Spanish women I could find in a black woman, but better.
Oh, okay. I never heard
you
that.
You feel me? So it's like,
okay, all right.
And you know, like, cause a lot of things that they say black women are too whatever for, like, okay, you're too aggressive or you're too loud or you're too this, that, and the other. You look at a Spanish woman and be like, oh, she's crazy, I love her, oh, da-da-da-da, this, that, and the other. And I don't do crazy. I'm a calm nigga. Don't fucking bother me. So, I know if I can look at a Spanish woman and I'm like, all right, she got ass, she got hips, she could dance. I can look at a black woman and get the same fucking thing. So like, I have nothing against y'all, but y'all are okay. Y'all are second place in my book.
Okay.
In my book.
I see that.
So I'd say top tier, but not top 8 stuff tier.
Not top.
If that makes sense. Because black women are first.
Yeah.
First and foremost, and then they'll be after that.
Okay. All right. I like that. I like.
That's just me though. That's just me though. How about you?
I'm gonna say 10 out of 10 would recommend. Now I'm gonna go with all the reasons that he put, but I'm gonna raise the fact that Spanish women are like they like you know, you got Sprite and then you got Sprite remix, right?
Okay.
So it's like the same thing but in a different format. So it's like Spanish women, they gonna give you the same things the black women got, but it's just like a little different flavor.
Okay.
Like, so I say 10 out of 10 recommend because they gonna give you that same aspect just in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Black women obviously are top tier.
I got you.
I'm gonna put Spanish women up there too. Top 2. They are 2. They're not number 1. But we're gonna put it like that.
Not mad at that at all.
Not mad at that. But yeah, it's just like a Sprite remix. Like they give you everything that you wanted, just in a different way. So I gotta go top tier Spanish women.
I ain't mad at that, bro. I ain't mad at that because they be fine as a bitch. They be fine as a bitch.
They be fine. Looking good.
Black women number 1 though.
Facts.
And that's just you know.
And they cuss you out in Spanish. I like to sometimes be cussed out in different languages. Like I don't want to necessarily all the time get cussed out
in English
with a motherfuck you this mother. Call me fucking pendejo.
So if somebody
If
somebody was cussing you out in Japanese, would you think it was sexy?
Maybe. I don't know how they cuss out in Spanish, but I mean in Japanese, but I know Spanish. Pendejo. You know, they coming with that. They come with a strong accent. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just 10 out of 10. Different flavor, same drink. Sprite,
Different
Sprite
flavor, same
remix.
drink. Same shit, different toilet. I ain't mad at it.
Right shit, yeah.
I ain't mad.
Yeah. True shit.
Alright, so last one for top tier of trash, we have Chihuahuas, which are by far the worst fucking dog on earth. They are garbage, beyond all garbage. Possibly the worst dog breed ever. I can't stand them, bro. I remember I went over to my cousin's house when I went to visit New York. I stayed over there. She had a Chihuahua named Gizmo. He was like Rottweiler colored, but he was a fucking Chihuahua. So before Gizmo got obese and couldn't really walk around, Gizmo was a bastard, like a complete bastard. Excuse me. This nigga literally, I got in the bed and I went to fucking sleep. This nigga jumped in the bed, got under the covers, and proceeded to bite the shit out of my ankles in my sleep. Ever since then, fuck Chihuahuas.
Fuck Chihuahuas.
Fuck them.
Okay, all right.
Fuck them.
I heard that. I'm gonna go ahead and say trash too.
Okay, good.
Cause they remind me of George Lopez for some reason. The George Lopez. Like that's what I get when I hear the word Chihuahua. But second of all, I don't like all these owners calling them weird nigga names. Gizmo, Ratchet, Rich. Like I don't like give them the regular dog names.
Oh, regular dog name.
I don't like Ratchet, Wrench, Clank.
This nigga said Ratchet and Clank, bro. Like,
Clank,
you think about video games, right?
Like, no Chihuahua I ever met had a regular dog name, like Rex. It wasn't a Rex, it wasn't a Max Powers. Nothing like regular. It was like some, like, weird ass shit, like Brick.
What dog do you know named Max Powers?
Okay, maybe not the Power.
Nigga got a first and a last name?
Last name, Max. Okay, Max, Rex, Trex, I don't even, what a regular dog, Speed. Like, I didn't have none of those names. It was like Ratchet, Rex, fucking, I don't need Axel. Like, what the fuck? Why you calling a dog Axel?
Normal.
Why are you calling your dog Axel? That's what I got a problem with Chihuahuas, because they don't have regular names.
See, I got a problem with
Regular
like
dog names.
people that name their dogs like human names. Like, why is your dog's name George? Why the fuck am I calling this man my banker's name? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, I shouldn't. Hey, Bill, come here. Why the fuck is your golden retriever named Bill?
So
what taxes does this nigga pay? Like, who the fuck is this nigga? Max Powers? If I met a dog named Max Powers, I'd be pissed. Why do you have a last name?
So I'm gonna raise you a chip on that one. I'm gonna put also, I hate that, but I also hate when they name their dogs after car names. So like Tercel or Porsche or something like, something that don't make sense.
What kind of fucking dogs have you met in your life?
I have met a lot of dogs. Apparently Tercel, Solara, I5. I don't know, like
I5.
Maxima. Like I don't know. Like,
Come here, Corolla.
So like I done met some dogs that have car names. Tercel, they be getting away with that. They be getting away with that.
I ain't never met a dog named Tercel.
You ain't never met a dog named Tercel?
I don't.
Man.
That's why I asked, what fucking dogs have you met in your life? Because
I met two dogs named Tercel, and they was both Chihuahuas. That's why I don't know if that's a Chihuahua ass name. Tercel.
Two.
Ultima. I'm just saying two. I met two. And I'm not, no cap on that. That's all factual.
Tercel. You see, like, a lot of the dogs that I come across, their names are like...
How many dogs you know named Bentley? Think about it. Think about it.
I do know a dog named Bentley.
I know a couple dogs named Bentley. Think about it.
You know, but I mean, like, a lot of people name their dogs the same shit. Like Zeus, I know like 15 pit bulls named Zeus.
I'm talking about specifically car names.
I don't think I know any dogs named after cars.
You don't know no dogs named Bentley,
No,
Ferrari?
well, besides Bentley, other than that, no. That's it.
No Ferraris.
No. I know.
I know one Ferrari. I know one Ferrari.
You need to tell your people to stop naming their dogs after shit they can't afford.
That's why I'm on the podcast. So I just had to let them know. Because I'm tired of it. I am tired of it. Don't name your dog Bentley, Tercel, Porsche, Toyota,
Nissan,
Corolla, Maxima.
Supra, anything. I don't want to.
Like, I don't want to hear none of that. None of that.
No, that's.
Because then I'm gonna ask. The next question is, what's the next question gonna be?
What's the next question?
Can they run fast? 'Cause them cars could go. They got some pickup.
You gonna ask me if the dog can run fast?
Yeah.
How much horsepower does little
How
nigga
much
got?
horsepower? How much dog power does your dog got? And where have you timed this 40 at? I want to know what the 40 time is. 0 to 60.
I need something on this.
I need something. If you're gonna name a car name, 0 to 60. I need the 0 to 60 time. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, Ferrari. Don't name your dog Ferrari if he going below the speed limit. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right, I ain't mad at it. So, like, back to the topic. We were talking about Chihuahuas. First and foremost, they both trash.
Both trash.
They trash for us across the board. But that'll bring it into our first segment, top tier of trash. Pretty much.
That was good.
Everything we listed: taco trucks are fire, Spanish women fire, Mexican parties fire. Chihuahuas are the only shit that we don't fuck with. That's it. That's not my fault. Tell them niggas relax. So for the next segment, we gonna skip ahead to back in the day.
Okay.
Because I know you wanted to talk about our favorite mama story, so we're gonna jump into that one.
So we got two back in the days.
I mean, no. So you can either tell your favorite mama story, or you can tell your favorite drunk story from Top Golf till now.
Ooh.
Whichever one you feel like.
There's a lot of material.
Whichever one you feel like. Okay.
I'll let you go first, man.
If I had to pick,
Pulling up first.
I'll skip. I won't do my favorite mama story, even though like the threesome that I walked up on and the shootout were both funny as fuck. I'd probably have to pick between Top Golf and now the boat trip.
Okay.
The boat trip is probably gonna be.
Okay.
That's probably like the most fun I've had in a long time, like even to this day. So when we were at Top Golf, we had an idea, like, hey, let's all hop on a boat and just fuck the boat up until we go home. Yeah. So it was, I want to say like 20 of us, give or take, 15, 20, something like that. When we got on the boat that morning, half of us had been drinking before we got there. Me, Roy, Charlie, and Chris, I want to say.
Ivory and Chris, yeah. We spent the night at your crib.
Yeah, everybody crashed in my, they crashed in my crib. We got drunk, we stayed up till like 4 in the morning. We drunk and shit. We woke up at 7, 8 o'clock and then hit the road, went up to Lake Alatoona. You know what I mean? So it was a great fucking time. So we got on the boat, 15 of us. I pulled up with my zips and my bongs and my bottles. I want to say we had over 20 bottles of liquor, probably like a QP worth of weed. Like it was a great time. We had a boat full of food. Like shit was great. Like, so we started drinking at 7, 8 o'clock. Didn't stop drinking until everybody passed out around 3. And we had everything from Tim almost drowning in the fucking lake trying to save a can, I want to say.
Can.
It was like a can of beer that had fell off the boat. The nigga jumped in the water, caught a cramp, and almost died. Nate Shara almost ran his ass over with the boat. Rennie had to jump in to save his ass. We had pretty much everybody besides 1 or 2 people fall asleep from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So the boat was just drifting in the water. Just everybody was knocked the fuck out. People were asleep next to the exhaust. People were asleep inside. I was knocked the fuck out with my neck like this. Shit was bad.
Loose neck.
Loose neck.
Yeah.
Loose neck.
Yeah,
And I want to say, like, yeah, we ran through most of that shit. Now shit was like, it was just so much fun because it was just like the most. Actually, that was the last time that all of us as a collective came together and did something. Because, you know, like, after something like that, they can stop fucking with each other for whatever reason. So, you know, a whole bunch of people fell out and shit, but, like, by far, that was probably my favorite drunk moment from Top Off. Most likely my favorite moment. Yeah.
That's a hard question. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's a lot of fucking, it's a lot of drinking.
Stories.
It's a lot of drinking. That's really it.
I'm not gonna tell the most obvious one because you was there. You know what's up. Pool party.
Which one? Oh.
I ain't gonna tell that one. I'm gonna tell.
With the knot. Oh.
That was my most iconic Top Gun story.
For
I thought
sure.
everybody was gonna be mad at me when I came back to work. It was like, bro, you was lit. Like,
Yeah, no, you had
we want to party with you.
You had a great
what's up?
fucking
Like,
time.
Great time.
It was just the jacuzzi was slippery.
Yeah, it was slippery.
That was literally
Slippery.
it. That was the only problem.
Don't have slippery jacuzzis. I mean, I'll tell that story later in the podcast.
Yeah, we'll tell that story another day.
But,
I'll have you back on, bro.
Yeah, we
gotta have you back on.
This is fun. This is
Gotta have whenever you want to, bro.
Man,
But just give me any story you can think of. Your favorite drunk story from Top Off until now. It don't have to be at that job, but just from that time period.
I'm gonna go at that job, bro, because we started at the same time. That was like a pivotal moment in history for me. Like I was with you like every day, so it's like we got a lot of memories
Every
together
fucking day.
during that time, especially. But I'm gonna go Wheeling. One of the nights we was at the Wheeling. Shout out to Uncle Sam. Shout out to I don't even know who else was there. Rennie. Who else was in there, man, that night? Charlie, Chris, Ivory, I think. So Uncle Sam gets in there.
Ryan. All right, so our next segment of the day will be back in the day, actually. We're going to skip ahead because you wanted to ask about a favorite mama story.
I want to hear a favorite mama story and I want to hear a favorite just drunk story.
You got to pick one or the other because we don't got time for both.
We got time for both.
We ain't got time for both.
All right. Just drunk story then. Let me go.
Favorite drunk story. Okay. So yeah, I was thinking about the boat. I was thinking about the boat party that we had at Top Golf. And that one
Good times.
is definitely probably my favorite. I mean, I know at Mama's we had. Well, I had the threesome that I just so happened to walk past in the car. In the shootout at the strip club across the street. But if we talking about
So not the shootout where he shot him out the gas can.
Huh?
Remember the dude shot off the gas cap and hit him in the surface?
The nigga who shot himself.
You
I
remember
fucking forgot
I
about
forgot about that.
A nigga shot himself at Mama's. I remember that.
You forgot about that.
Yeah, no, we were inside and I heard a boom and I was like, yo, did y'all just hear a gunshot or was I tripping? And everybody was like, no, bro, that was a car or something. I'm like, nah, nigga, I know what a gunshot sound like. I've been through enough bullshit in my life to know what a gunshot is. I'm gonna go the fuck outside real quick. Go outside. It's a nigga sitting next to his Impala. He was trying to pull the gun out of his fucking pocket and shot himself in the leg. The shit ricocheted off his fucking car, off his gas cap, and shot himself in the fucking leg. So he's sitting there looking like a dumbass, like, oh, bro, I need an ambulance. I'm like,
So we will tell that
I
mama
can't-
story in another story.
I guess I'll tell both. Nigga got what he wanted. Anyway. So I guess that's my favorite mama story, just because that shit was just so like, what the fuck are you doing? Because I keep my gun on me at all times. This shit be there.
Didn't even shoot nobody.
I've never shot myself.
He shot himself.
Never shot myself.
Plaxico burst.
I don't know how you do that.
He did that. Who the Plaxico? I just had to put that in there. Plaxico, shout out to Plaxico.
And I guess my favorite, drunk day at Topgolf would probably be the boat. The boat trip.
Okay, tell us about that.
It was me, you, Chris, Ivory, Charlie, Nashara, Brandon, 3 of their friends, including Taurus. Oh, Nay was there, Max was there, Rainey was there, Tim was there. It was just like the collective that fucked with each other at Topgolf. We all decided one day, all right, bet, let's get drunk as fuck on the boat.
Right.
I think it was for Brandon and Nashara's birthday, wasn't it?
Because their birthday.
Because their birthdays is close together, so they were like,
anniversary or something.
It was either their birthday or anniversary. One of the two.
Good time.
So, everybody got their shit. Us four, we got drunk as fuck. The night before, we stayed up to about 4 at my crib. We was kicking shit. Niggas slept on the floor because that's what niggas do. Even though I had beds. Even though I had beds and couches, we ended up going to Walmart.
Tell them about the Walmart experience.
We ended up rolling through Walmart at like 2 a.m. for no fucking reason.
Is that when y'all had to drink back home?
Yes!
This is
We bought the fucking water packs and filled them up with liquor. It was sangria and tequila, and we kept them bitches in there, and I lost my shit for like a month, and I couldn't find my watch.
Yeah, niggas was acting like everybody stole his watch.
Hey, I was pressing niggas about my shit. Like, I was pressing niggas about my shit. But, this ain't even your phone. This your phone. When I ended up finding it, it was like, all right, cool. My bad for accusing y'all niggas of being thieves for a month. I'm a dumbass. Whatever, fuck them. But no, so we had got on the boat. It was like 15 of us. We had hella food. We had like 15 bottles, as much beer as you could drink, about a QP a weed. Like, it was like lit. You feel me? So everybody was having a great time from start to finish, considering we started drinking at 8 o'clock in the morning. We didn't stop drinking until everybody passed the fuck out around 2. Right. So the boat drifted from start to finish during that time period. Nobody was driving. Everybody was knocked the fuck out next to each other. Drifted for 2-3 fucking hours. And then woke up. Everybody woke up in like the same 5 minutes. Like, damn, it's time to go the fuck home. So we boated our ass back and got the fuck off. And we, you know what I'm saying, had a great fucking day. Half the food didn't get eaten. I think we still had like 4 or 5 bottles left over. But everything that you could imagine happening on a boat trip, between niggas almost drowning, niggas almost getting ran over by a boat, niggas swimming to shore and coming back like that was normal, even though niggas had no business being in the water.
No,
you know,
at all.
We just had a great fucking time. We even pulled up on another boat who was partying when we were in one of them coves and shit. We pulled up on them and they was lit from a distance. That actually turned out to be QT's friend.
QT's friend.
It was on that boat. That shit was lit. Just so happened to be that day.
But I'm gonna tell you what else niggas didn't have no business doing. I went out that night. Y'all stayed at the crib. I went out. Shout out to Reed.
He is the only person that made it out that night. All
the noobs was stepping in there.
The other 14 people were asleep because we ruined our days by doing that. I went the fuck home and I went to sleep. This nigga texted me at 9 o'clock like, hey, bro, pull up the Escobar wherever the fuck he was going. Nigga, I looked at my phone and went back to sleep. Fuck that. I spent 8 hours in the sun drunk as fuck. I'm not going out, nigga. I'm going to fuck the bed like you should be.
Drunk stories, like I'm telling y'all, you heard it here first.
I don't want to hear it.
You done heard it for about the 5th time.
I don't want to hear it.
But I'm telling you, everybody don't know these stories. Like, it's a lot we could tell. We could do a whole episode off of drunk stories between me and Storm, because y'all know we
alcoholism before 30.
Before 30.
What it looks like, me and him.
At the ripe age of 22.
22 alcoholics.
22 alcoholics.
All right, so what's your drunk story? What's your drunk story?
So since you did a drunk story and a mama story, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do my drunk story first. Man, my drunk story. I'm going to do the wheeling.
Okay.
One night at the wheeling. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Uncle Sam. I think Chris, Irie was
Sam's
there. Charlie,
Maximilian.
Max was there. I feel like Q was there. JT was there, but he didn't drink. He was just in attendance.
Gotta have the DD.
Gotta have the DD, but that's
Shout out
cool.
to JT.
Tevin, shout out to Tevin, man. Tevin was there. But I walked into Wheeling. It's been a long night for all of us. It was like a weird weekday night where it was like we had to all be there, but we weren't all working. It was like one of them.
One of those.
Like college night where we was all there.
Oh, everybody's there, but
We
ain't
all
nobody doing
working.
shit.
Ain't nobody doing shit.
Gotcha.
So it was like one of them nights. We pulled up to the Wheeling, man. Shout out to the Wheeling, because they always took good care of us, man. But
Always.
I had my little boo cup. I ain't gonna put her name on the YouTube. You know, I know this podcast get clout. I don't. But I had my little boo at the Wheeling. You know what I'm saying? She was like, "If you take your shirt off, I'll give you and everybody you with free shots, Jameson shots." And he loves Jameson,
I do love Jameson, but I crashed 2 cars off of it, so I don't drink it like that no more.
so he don't drink it.
Jameson is great for me, but it's bad for me. So
Who
I
was drinking?
drunk as fuck. Oh,
Who was drinking?
Jameson Tuesdays.
Yes, sir.
$5 Jameson shots at the
$5
Wheeling.
Jamesons.
Ah.
$5 Jamesons, I think $3 PBRs. Yeah, we was lit. Yep. Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. my Hyundai Elantra.
Hyundai Elantra, man.
Continue.
Shout out Hyundai Elantra. Man, 'cause
That bitch got
the black on black, man.
That bitch,
It was-
yeah.
we ain't make
Hydroplaned off the
it. We
road.
grown now. We got big. We big boys now.
Tell your story.
But all right, I'm gonna
While
tell the
reminisce
story,
about my
man.
dead car.
Shout out Uncle Sam, man. He makes this story great because he filmed me and he said, "Yeah, you look like a Tyler Perry protagonist."
Like one of the light skinned niggas?
Like one
Like
of
one
the
of the light
light-skinned
skinned gardeners with no job?
Yes. The protagonist. He didn't even say main character, he said protagonist.
No, that's comedy as fuck.
Don't even give me the full protagonist.
Just protagonist. Just,
Protagonist.
you're the good guy. No
You're
matter
the
what you
good
do,
guy.
you're the good guy. Just the basis of it.
I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck? What we about to get into? Man, the bartender at the time, I ain't gonna say her name. She offered me, I could say her name, but anyway, she was like, if you take your shirt off, because she had a crush on me. She was like, if you take your shirt off, I'll give everybody you and everybody you with free shots, Jameson shots. It's $5 Jameson night. I said, well, motherfucker, bet. Because I'm finna be bitch. Everybody finna get lit off of this. So I pulled my shirt off, man. And this motherfucker, he's not a nigga because he is white. But he could be if he just...
Shout out to Uncle Sam.
Shout out to Uncle Sam, man.
Uncle Sam, that's the boy.
Shout out to Uncle Sam,
My
man.
boy
He was
Sam,
like,
always got
you
love.
are a Tyler Perry protagonist. We live in Atlanta. We in Atlanta. So I was like, well, bet. So I pulled out my shirt, got everybody in the bar a shot. Not just my people. Everybody got a shot. All 9 of us.
Damn.
We all got, it was at like 2 o'clock in the morning. We all got a shot.
Right before closing time.
Right before closing time. But
Okay.
that's my best Top Golf story.
That's your best drunk story? Oh, your
That's my
Top
best
Golf
Top Golf story.
Alright, drunk story.
You told a mama story. I'm gonna have to tell the mama story too.
Alright, so that's gonna be your second one.
That's gonna be my second one.
Yeah.
And that's a tough one between a nigga getting caught in the drive-thru and getting arrested. Or
Was that the nigga that was asleep?
yes,
Mm.
at the drive-thru. At the drive-thru.
Baby, this nigga's
I mean, mamas. Shout out to mamas, man. Y'all are a historic landmark.
Pick one.
I'm gonna pick one.
Pick one.
Y'all are a historic landmark. I love mamas. That's my favorite taco spot. The strippers, everybody come in there after hours. We all get lit together. Not no more because COVID. But before that, everybody was in that motherfucker. So,
I bet.
man, I'm gonna have to do my favorite story is when I got drunk. Me and Eddie. Shout out to Eddie.
Shout out
man.
to Eddie.
Shout out to Eddie. man.
Alcoholic of the year.
Alcoholic of the year,
For
yes
sure.
sir. My boy, light bright. Y'all talking about out caramel macchiato? That boy is light
That
skin.
boy is a
He
light bulb.
French vanilla.
That
Like I'm not playing about that.
nigga is vanilla. Not
Vanilla.
French, just vanilla.
Vanilla.
Alright.
Shout out to Eddie though. But anyway, his car got towed. My car got towed. You was there. He was there.
Oh, I remember this night. Yeah. I remember this night.
His car got towed. My car got towed. He had like 6 people in his car. I had like 2.
Yeah.
I had me and whoever I was talking to at that night. Anyway, we was getting towed, and the APD cop from Mama's that did the security guard. Shout out to the officer. Man, what's his name?
You don't remember that nigga name.
I don't remember his name, but light skin with the curly hair, bro. You was that guy. I'm telling you, you are that guy.
This nigga talking about himself.
You saved my life twice.
Wow.
Twice.
Wow.
He saved me from a tow twice.
Who picked you up?
That night, I didn't have to get picked up.
So you okay? So
This
after you
was
got
the
told,
night.
so after you got told, what happened?
I got told. The police officers came out and said like, y'all can't tow their cars. We told the dude, and dude started stuttering like, what? He was like, they got a partnership with Wendy's. Mama's got a partnership with Wendy's. You can't tow their cars. And he took the booze off. And I was like, man, bro, do you want some taco? Like, what can I get you tonight?
Nigga, you want a margarita? Like, what you need?
What can I get you tonight to be able to, so you can be okay? Because you saved my life tonight. That's $75. I'm in college. I had just got my refund check.
Facts.
Y'all know when y'all get y'all refund check off of college, man, y'all be trying to pay off debt.
Ball out.
Buy Louis bags and all that. I wasn't trying to buy no Louis bags. I was just trying to make sure I was good for the semester. Make sure my books was taken care of. So he was like, man, you know, y'all can't tow their cars, man. So that's probably my best mama story. But it's a lot of mama's stories between the two of us.
Mama's has had a hold on my liver since I worked at Papado, so I want to say since like 2017.
Girls he been messing with, we done talked about, and then they pop up.
That's happened twice, actually.
Twice?
At Mama's, yeah.
Twice?
Like, just trying to mind my business. Like, bruh, yo, you know about so-and-so. Bruh, she did this, that, and the other. I can't fuck with her. Turn around. Boom, there that bitch go.
There that bitch go. Don't get drunk and fall asleep in the drive-through line because
don't
you
do
get
that,
arrested.
you
And
will
it was
get
a
arrested.
state patrol. Wasn't no APD.
Yeah, that nigga went to jail,
Went
though.
to jail.
That nigga went to jail, though.
Yeah.
All right, so that's both our favorite stories from
I'm
back
sorry,
in the
let's
day.
keep moving.
We both had 2 stories, one for Mamas and one for in general. So I guess our next segment for the day will be Truth or Drink.
Truth or Drink.
Actually, because it is Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
So, even though this is our like 3rd cup, but whatever.
That's the only reason I'm here right now.
For Truth or Drink, for the people that don't know, is we take whatever questions that we think of. I ask him 3 questions. He asks me 3 questions. And if we don't want to answer the question, we take a shot. Or we can just tell the fucking truth. One or the other. So we'll just alternate. I'll ask you one, you ask me one, and then we just get it done like that. I'll go first. Okay. Let's see. In the last year, how many women you slept with? A year from now.
You should drink.
What?
You should drink.
Don't pay attention to the live studio. 4. We talking about 2020, right?
Yeah, we talking about from May
2021.
May 5th until May 5th now.
All right, I'm gonna say 4.
Okay.
3. No, my bad. 3.
I ain't mad at that.
3.
All right, nigga. Give me a question.
Truth or drink? Have you busted your ass on a drunk night in the last year? And I'm not just saying that because it's Cinco de Drink.
In the last year, yes. All right.
Yes. Okay,
So
and I didn't hear the story.
It was literally 2 weeks ago. It was that ass 2 weeks ago. I literally came home. Like nigga was out drinking. I was out drinking with my ex, and I came home, and I thought I could navigate my house in the dark at that moment. For the most part, it works, but that night it didn't. So I did more or less trip and fall going up the steps. I woke a couple people up. That'll be fine.
What did you break? Did you?
Nah, I ain't break nothing. I was on the steps.
Did you bleed?
No.
No blood?
No. Just a boom, 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 boom.
Boom,
You
boom,
know,
boom, boom.
That's
Okay,
pretty much it.
okay,
You know.
okay.
Could have been worse. Could have been better. I could have not busted my ass. In the last 6 months, this is a question for you. In the last 6 months,
Okay.
has there been any time,
December.
huh?
It's made in December.
Oh, it is maybe December. Okay. In the last 6 months, have you, or has anybody, rather, ever made you feel like you just don't feel like? No, scratch that. Scratch that.
Say that.
Scratch that whole thing. Scratch that whole thing. I got a better question.
Say that.
Nah.
Okay, all right.
I got a better question. Have you ever nutted before you got to put it in?
Start.
Studio.
My bad, mama. My bad. My bad, mama.
No.
No.
And that's a real no. That ain't no.
That's no cap.
That's no cap.
That's no cap.
That's no cap.
You ain't no pre-shooter.
I ain't gonna appreciate it. You know, it was a hard time. Quarantine was a long, hard time.
Hey.
But I ain't never gonna fall that low.
Shout out the lotion,
I
nigga.
ain't never gonna fall that low.
Shout out the lotion, nigga.
Shout out to low.
You feel me?
You said low or low?
I said lotion.
Lotion, my bad. Not low.
But shout out to low too. That's the homie.
Shout out to Lo,
Shout out to Lo. We
too.
love you. But I
We
said
love
shout out to
you.
lotion, nigga.
Because it gives the female perspective
On
of
everything.
what the fuck we supposed to be doing.
In the realest way possible.
In the realest way possible.
You got a question for me?
I got a question for you. Are you ready for this?
Go for it, man. This is your second one.
This my
So the
second.
next one gonna be the last one.
Okay. Let me figure out how to phrase this.
I don't like the way you said it. Go ahead. Ask as raw as you feel like, fool.
It's not a raw question. It's more I gotta do this the inner parts of it. So it's like, okay, so what do I want to ask? I might have to switch up the question.
Do it, bro. It don't matter. Any question you feel like asking. If I don't want to answer it, I'll take my shot. It's the whole point of the game.
So in the last year, how many girls have you slept with that you regret? And I want to know the names of the ones you regret.
From May of last year until now,
Yes, sir.
how many do I regret?
And the names. Ooh, that's tough. I see it. Regret. He been having a hot boy summer. I've been having a room temperature.
I had a hot boy
Low
summer after I
blood.
started working, but like
Medium rare
I was in
boy
a
summer.
relationship for a minute.
I've been having a medium rare boy summer. You've been having a
Actually.
well done summer.
Shit, we talking about last summer? Hell yeah. Fuck. Okay, no. All right, yeah, no. If I had to think off the top of my head, I'd say 3.
Okay.
3 bitches that I should have never put my dick in. Cedar, should have never fucked her. That bitch is fucking insane. Sally, that bitch is fucking insane too. She even tried to hit me back like 2 weeks ago. Like, she was on a date with a nigga at my job and decided that, oh, yeah, I'm gonna hit him up afterwards. Like, why did you talk to me? Bitch is fucking nuts. And who was the third one? Sierra. Sierra's a fucking nut job too. But I come across a lot of crazy women, bro. Like, that's also like a thing for me.
I
Like,
feel like I know Sierra, but I don't know.
nah, I don't think you know Sierra. I think she
has
just,
a lot.
I think she had just moved not too long ago. Don't matter to me if you know her or not. Fuck her. Fuck all 3 of them. I'll say that with my chest. Oh yeah, ooh, I'll say it with my chest. Fuck all 3 of them. I don't want to hear from either one of them ever again. I don't know what the fuck motherfuckers like bothering me for, but that's my 3. Yeah, that's my in the last year.
Okay.
Yeah, they were all before my relationship, so yeah. Cool. All right, so for the third question, let me see. Alright. Have you ever cried over something dumb as fuck looking back? Like, something that made you cry at that moment and then you look back like, that was some dumbass shit for me to be emotional over. Has that ever happened?
I feel like every ex.
Okay.
I cried over that.
I ain't mad at that.
Like, damn, why have I not been with them?
Okay.
Like, it's like,
yeah, because I
we
mean,
moving to something else. It's like,
yeah,
okay,
you gotta find something, you gotta learn
Yeah.
somebody new, you gotta do all this, that, and the other.
they broke me down to this point, and
I
it's
got
like,
you.
all right, next week you could be with somebody else, and it's like, but not like an easy move on. Like, I'm just trying to hit every woman that I seen. It's more like I got a connection with them. You know what I'm saying? It's
Love
like,
type shit, yeah.
I knew I wasn't
Yeah.
getting that from them. So now that I have that, it's like I know what to expect.
I got you.
Type shit.
Okay. That's major respect for me.
Okay.
Because real men cry. I don't care what nobody talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
Niggas have emotions.
Yeah,
They be like that.
And but speak on that, because women need to respect that, because it's just like, I don't know, I just see too many women. It's like it don't matter. Like, men have feelings too, and it's like,
Yeah.
you gotta respect those, and you gotta deal with
For sure.
those. We don't get to express ourselves in the same way that y'all get to express yourselves.
Yeah, because I mean, like,
You think that's light skin stuff?
nah, as far as like not being able to express yourself, I do agree.
No, I mean the emotional part.
The emotional
The
part being
emotional
light skin.
But I don't feel like it's a separate emotional part. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way I feel about what I've been through is like the same way I feel like somebody that didn't look like me, the same way they would feel about it. Like, it is what it is. Like, I don't feel like, well, because I'm brown skinned that I'm gonna feel this type of way. Like, no, I'm like that. I'm brown skinned. I'm caramel macchiato, whatever y'all want to call me.
But to Mama's point though, a lot of light skinned niggas do be sensitive for no reason.
You right.
That
right.
is like a lot of shit they overreact.
And it's Chris Brown type
On
of
a
niggas.
lot. That's true. But that's a whole different conversation. Like niggas that get angry and
Let it
violent.
burn. Like, I want it. Yes, you feel that. Let it burn. Let it burn.
This nigga went from
Let
Chris
it
Brown to
burn.
Usher.
That's not me.
so fast.
Chris Brown, Usher, they kind of.
Usher darker
they
than
around
you.
the
Two
same-
whole different
But
niggas.
they around the
Two
same-
whole different
around
niggas.
the
They
music.
two different skin
But let
tones.
it burn. You think nobody don't want you. Like, I need to hear that.
Do the light skin pose.
I need
Do
to
the
hear
liquid.
that.
She.
What was Tom doing on Boondocks? When his wife called you, he was like,
When he got his wife fucked by Chris Brown?
when he got
Usher.
his wife about Usher.
Usher.
Oh, it
What was Tom?
Usher.
What was Tom doing in the streets? Dancing. He was like, ooh, ooh. He was on that part, ooh, ooh, ooh. And he was like, yeah. Okay, I'll take Sarah to her dance practice next week. She was like, you're not doing the Usher thing, are you? 70 days, 71 hours, I can burn it till you retire. Like, I need to hear that. Because that differentiates between that nigga and me, a brown skin nigga.
Is Usher not brown skinned? Nigga, did
Usher brown.
did I miss the
Closer
memo?
to
The nigga's closer to me than to you.
Alright, but when Tom went into that thing, we're gonna go Boondocks, we're gonna hit y'all history buffs. Going to Brown, he was
History
like,
buffs, nigga?
ooh. He was sitting in the bed, he was like, I'm sitting in the bed. She was like, are you sitting in the, and he's sitting in the guest room? He was like, 17 days, 2 hours, I can't touch this, you retire. He fucked up the words. So, what I'm saying, Tom.
Tom is a lawyer from Boondocks.
From Boondocks.
The lawyer, the one
He didn't know the words.
the one that was married to the white woman.
We doing cartoons stuff?
But what I'm
Yeah,
saying is
Boondocks.
it
Yeah.
relates. Cause okay, so
relates.
the server, and he was like, couldn't it be me though? Cause like
That's facts.
Yes.
Yeah, he was
Couldn't it
dark
be me,
skinned.
though?
He said that couldn't be me though.
Couldn't be me though.
I ain't about to be singing over my bitch in the room.
Right. In the restaurant.
Nigga was lit.
Nigga was lit. Alright, I know I got off talking, man.
Do you got a question for me, bruh?
Okay, what's the last
What's
question?
the last question? Whichever one
We
you feel.
on
Whichever one you
top-
feel.
we
Yeah.
on
No, we on
truth-
Truth or Drink, fool. Last question.
Truth or drink?
This nigga got on such a
gotta ask him
tangent
about
about Usher, he forgot what we
I'm
was talking
sorry,
about.
man. I had to get on
That's
there.
fucking hilarious.
Look at my face.
It's okay, mama. He'll be fine.
Is there any situation that you regret? And if you regret it, why? Any drunk situation between me and you,
Okay.
and if you regret it, why? Because
Between
we done been through a lot.
we did, yeah.
We done been in apartments late at night, and you know how we got there. We was there.
Well, nah. If I had to pick one, since you brought up, you know, not knowing how we got back home, it would probably have to be crashing my Elantra. To be real with you,
I wasn't with you.
no, you weren't with me, but like we were together until I went the fuck home.
At this party?
We were at the Wheeling,
Who was at the
Jameson Tuesday. Yep.
That was
Yep.
when that happened?
Yep. It was yes.
I
That
thought it
when
was at
that-
Eddie's party. You
No.
slept in my car, and I
No.
brought you back to your car.
No. Cause I was drinking and I was like, damn, I'm kind of fucking drunk. Let me take my black ass home. And then I woke up on 41 somewhere like, whoa, my car is in the water right now. I need to go the fuck home before I get a DUI. And I got the fuck up and I started walking the fuck home.
Okay.
And my car was there. It's been totaled ever since.
Did not remember that. That is a
I don't think
Pops
I'm
podcast.
gonna be honest with you.
First exclusive.
I don't think I've told many people that story.
You know
To
that.
be real with you,
I've heard that story, but I didn't know it was told that way.
yeah. Hydroplaned off the road, driving the fuck home.
Well, I heard all that part. I just didn't know
ended
it
up
was,
in a puddle. I was fucked up. Yeah,
nigga, it
for
was your
sure.
fault. I didn't hear that part.
I blame it on the weather
Okay, cool.
because you know I'm gonna make it home
You gonna make
one
it
way
home.
or another.
If it's one thing, we're gonna make it home.
Straight up.
We are going
But
to
that
make
night,
it home.
I just didn't make it home with my car.
Okay,
And I do regret that because I had to pay for the shit and accidents, total losses on your record and shit like that, But that's pretty much it.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Pop Scott podcast exclusive because
He ain't know about it. I don't tell a lot of people my
I
problems.
know
I deal with
about
my
that
shit and I go on about my day, even to my close friends, and that's a problem I need to work on.
Okay, cool. That as long as we just got it out of the water. Next.
All right, so no, that's actually the last for Truth or Drink.
I don't want y'all to think we was like I trashed this.
Nah.
I didn't want people to think that like I purposely crashed your car.
No, you didn't crash my car. I did.
We done been through a lot more than that.
Yeah, no,
Fish
the
markets.
worst that's ever happened in my car that I didn't do was Cedric throwing up.
Oh,
in
we
my
didn't
car,
been to what?
and I had to wake up and clean all that shit up.
You got the fish markets?
No, that was for Bree's birthday.
For Bree's birthday.
Yeah,
We ain't
for
gonna say
Bree's
her
birthday.
Name on this podcast. We are Christian. We're
But
not gonna say it.
Christian.
We Christian. We're not gonna say it.
I ain't mad at it.
Breeze, the Cab Farmers Market. I know who you is, but I'm not gonna say it.
All right, so before he end up spilling too much knowledge,
I ain't spell that much.
we're gonna go ahead and move on to our last segment because we gotta wrap it up sometime soon. Our last segment will be Talk to Pops. It's our advice segment for anybody who doesn't know. We take a topic, that we feel like our people need to have a little bit more knowledge about, or anybody emails us, we come in and we give advice on whatever situation that you are having at that moment. So for this week, if I can read properly, we're gonna talk about how to get back into these streets after a failed relationship.
Right.
So, you know, because I mean, like, I don't have the best luck with women. Like, they might be fine, they might be this, they might be that. But sometimes, you know, shit goes left. Even after you devote yourself to a person for however long, it might not just work out that way. So, for a lot of people, especially like if you've been in a relationship for a long time, niggas don't understand how to get back into the game. Because the game changes so quickly. You feel me? So do you have any advice for niggas who have been in a relationship who have just gotten out of one that are hopping back in, or vice versa, or anything like that?
Oh man, you gotta go down Edgewood. That's my number one advice. Go down on Edgewood.
No, not.
Niggas said Edgewood.
Right. This is go Edgewood.
And do what?
And do what? Literally, mama. And do what?
Get capped up.
You might want to cover your ears for this.
Man, you gotta go to all the clubs on Edgewood. I'm not gonna put no one specific, but specific one that I be going to is at a rooftop, and you know, I be out there. So I just want to make sure that y'all go ahead and get up out there.
How the niggas gonna get there if you don't give them the name of it?
They know the Cafe Circle. Oh, I didn't say
Okay,
that.
Cafe Circle.
I didn't say that. You didn't hear that.
I ain't hear it.
You didn't hear that. Cafe Circle, man. Go ahead and pull up. Show your ass. Just have a good time. Just have a good time. Like, everything is about having a good time, man. If you don't have a good time while you there, you're going to regret 2-3 years later when you're on a podcast with me and Storm. And you talking about, okay, well, I could have had a good time there, but I didn't shake my ass one time enough. And I'm going to be like, well, damn, you should have shook it 2 times because that would have made sure that you was good. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you just got to live life while it's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know we're in quarantine and all that, but if you're going to step out, go ahead and take the risk with everything else. So if you're going to step out, go ahead and shake your ass. If you ain't going to step out, don't shake your ass. You know, be in the house. Whatever. Take the risks that are...
I have one major question. What advice is shaking your ass gonna do for any niggas watching this podcast?
It's gonna do a lot because I'm saying the summer heating up. I told you about the summer. It's heating up. I'm heating up. Listen to that little baby song. Like, it's heating up. Like, heat up and get to that point. I ain't gonna say like be like a regular summer, but be a trusted summer. So if you trust that nigga, if you trust Storm, be with that nigga or fuck with that nigga. Don't be just around the block.
Sir, what are you talking about?
What?
No, but I'm saying like, don't be around the block and fucking with niggas that you ain't seen at the mailbox.
Oh.
If you seen the niggas at the mailbox and you're like, yeah, they look kind of cool, fuck with them. But if you ain't seen niggas at the mailbox, you're like,
That's a mailbox.
At the mailbox.
I don't know, y'all ain't.
It's a real specific spot, my boy. What's up about the mailbox?
The mailbox is where
How
everybody.
the mailbox gonna get you back in these streets?
Everybody gotta go to the mailbox.
What in the actual?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Everybody gotta go to the mailbox.
What the fuck are you talking
What you
about,
talking about?
nigga? What?
If I send Storm a letter, do he gotta go to the mailbox? Yes.
If you don't just email me, nynigga, what is this, the 1930s?
If I don't just email him, but what if I don't have an email? I just gotta
Text me. Call me.
Okay. That's me, a nigga that know this nigga, but I'm talking about a nigga that don't know this nigga.
Okay, so I don't know what he talking about, but for my advice for you to get back in these streets if you're fresh out of a relationship, for the most part, I'd say stay to yourself until you're mostly over that situation. And then, you know what I'm saying, if you get to the point where you're like, okay, you can function without them, because I know a lot of people are dependent on their significant others, whatever. I'm not that nigga. But, you know, make sure that you're straight in yourself first before you go, you know what I'm saying, trying to jump into something else because you're just going to bring your baggage elsewhere. I'm a big advocate. I'm a big advocate for, you know, self-love and self-care and shit. So, like, if you need time to adjust from being in that situation, like you used to calling this person every day, talking to this person every day, seeing this person every day. Be by yourself completely. Just go to work, go to fuck home, deal with your emotions how you need to, and then go on about your day. That's like the best advice I can give, because I could say, you know what I'm saying, the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody, but that's just bringing your problems to another motherfucker for you to not deal with them for an hour, and then you're gonna go home and still have the same problems. So it's either you add more people to your problems or you deal with them before you do that. And I personally say deal with them before you do that, because one, it'll cause less problems for you. Two, it'll cause less problems for them. 3, don't nobody want to deal with another motherfucker's rebound.
I'll agree with that nigga.
You feel me?
But at the same time, do what you gotta do, because you know he.
Oh, if you need to get some nuts off, get some nuts off. Nigga.
It's not even
I ain't mad at that.
He's speaking Atlanta hypotheticals.
So
We talking about people from Connecticut, New Hampshire, Vermont.
Connecticut, New Hampshire, and Vermont.
We are conducting our podcast to be accessible to them.
Vermont?
Vermont.
Sir,
They don't know what that is.
We don't have a single viewer in Vermont right
You
now.
might have one
I
after this
don't.
podcast.
I've checked.
Please, if you are in Vermont, please go ahead and tap the like button and say that you are from Vermont. And say you are here for Roy. Goddamn, I'm telling you. Say that. Because I need him to know that you are from Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, East Coast, real East Coast, and not New York, because he is from the Bronx. And that is a different East Coast than what y'all are used to. I need to know that y'all are from the East Coast.
So they can't understand what he just said.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't
know what he talking about. They can't understand
You know what he said.
Do not. I want y'all to feel comfortable on this podcast.
Don't work on yourself before you deal with somebody
This
else.
is a Southern podcast.
The fuck is he talking about?
This is a Southern podcast.
I ain't a Southern nigga.
You exactly. You the only up north nigga, and you are not appreciating the new.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did y'all not come from Detroit? Am I lost? Did y'all not come from Detroit?
But I've been here since I was 7.
That's what I'm saying.
Moms
is here.
I'm a Georgia.
Mom's
nigga.
Okay.
Right.
Y'all are Georgia and Mama is.
She's
Yeah, by way.
By way of Detroit for
By
y'all.
way of Detroit.
Yeah.
So it's like.
So do you have
I'm
any
cousin to
actual advice for these niggas or no?
you. Yes, I do. What do you want me to give advice on? I'll give you advice real quick before we get out the mic.
That was the whole point of this segment. What's the
Oh, my bad. Alright, so I'm gonna give you advice.
This nigga don't know what we talking about.
He didn't give
This
me a
nigga
specific
don't know what we
topic.
talking about at
He's
all.
like, go to Edgewood.
He just here.
Southern niggas are different. I just want y'all to know that. Like, y'all love and y'all the way y'all deal with everybody else is different. And I just wanted to put that on the podcast because, like, I want y'all to have feelings still, because them up north niggas do not have feelings. And they be like, you know, they talking different. He gonna whisper in the mic, but it's cool. I'm still here.
Yeah, 3.
But anyway,
We gonna cut this
Not
nigga
that.
off because I don't know what
but
he
no,
talking
listen. Okay, if I gotta say anything else before we get off, just be you. Like, don't listen to that type of influence.
No, I
you know what I'm
agree.
saying? Like,
I agree.
not necessarily. Like, just be you.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to listen to the podcast and be like, well, I gotta be this way or this way. He got an up north dealing, and I got an down south dealing. And it's not even because of like that, because we best friends. But it's
That's
like
facts.
we talk about things that are like different to us. Like, you did this, and in the same situation, I
This
did
nigga
this.
ain't giving y'all no advice, and I apologize.
Exactly. So it's like, just deal with that. No, for real.
Off with his head.
Off with his head, but it's
Alright,
like
so
he
that-
deal with certain things, and I
Yeah.
deal with the same certain things, but I deal
We
with
operate in different ways. Yeah,
Different
yeah.
ways.
No, I agree.
And that's what y'all want. Well, I want y'all to get. So it's like, You know,
So
this podcast.
that's pretty much all
I'ma
the
be
advice
back.
you got for him?
That's all the advice I got, but I'm gonna be back. New co-host.
He'll be back. Yeah.
Might as well.
He'll be here pretty much, if not every week.
every week.
He'll be here
And I got
a
some
lot
good stuff
from
to
now
say.
on.
I got some good stuff to say. I ain't gonna tell y'all no bullshit.
He drunk though. It's all good. We here.
It's Cinco de
It's Cinco de Mayo.
It's
That was
Cinco
the
de
whole
Drinko.
point.
The fuck?
That was the whole point.
Y'all thought I
Cinco de
wasn't
Mayo.
gonna be on this podcast, man? Come on, man. Come on. All right.
Anyway, before he start rambling, I'm gonna cut him the fuck off.
Okay, let's do
So that has been another episode of Pop's Podcast. I am your host, Storm McClinton. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at real name Storm. You can find the podcast at Real Pops Podcast, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. Where can they find you at? Make sure you plug in
Man.
your business too.
Yeah, they can find me at my personal page is Royal_ON3.
Okay.
If you want to do my business page or my business website is the Royal ON3 /shop.
Okay.
So, you know, or you can go on the Royal One Instagram. My shop is listed in my bio. If you go
Okay.
to Royal_ON3.
So it's Royal_1 for the business and then just Royal what for the personal?
ON3.
Royal ON3 for the person. Okay, bet. Well, yeah, no, that's been another episode of Pop Podcast. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with us. We're going to go ahead and get out of here because, you know, we still got a whole bunch of liquor to drink. It ain't that late.
Thanks.
So we'll be out of here. Y'all be safe. I love y'all. We appreciate y'all every week. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see y'all next week.